Over 100,000 songs are released onto Spotify every single day, and that number is just going to keep growing. But the vast majority of these songs never get over 1,000 streams. The reason for this is a hell of a lot of them are released and made by AI and robots, but the ones that are made by actual independent artists are released without a strategy and marketing being an afterthought. Or worse, artists will think that because they have a good song, they don't need to do anything to market it and promote it. The cream rises to the top and eventually it'll get noticed, it'll get heard, and it'll get traction all on its own. So in this video, I want to give you some really simple, quick fire strategies that you can start to implement right now to ensure that that song that you poured your heart and soul into gets the recognition and the traction that it deserves and gets heard by millions of people. Okay, so at the top of that list is your social media content strategy. Nearly everything that we discuss in this video is going to circle back to your social media content in some way. And in 2024 and beyond, social media is how you're going to reach and bring in new fans probably 95% of the time or more. Yes, you absolutely can reach new fans by going out and networking and playing live shows, but there's a ceiling here because you can only play so many shows, and the shows that you do play have a capacity. So you can only reach a certain number of people by doing this. There's a limit. But the reality of social media is that billions of people across the world use it. They're using it right now. Your fans are there. You just need to find them, reach them, and then connect with them. Another reality of social media is that you're gonna have to be across several platforms all at the same time, but without spreading yourself too thin. And this is a careful balancing act. TikTok is an amazing platform right now where you can reach new fans en masse, especially if you're creating videos that are engaging, they're entertaining, they're informative in some way. However, it's not as good for nurturing existing fans and followers as some of the other platforms. You also have to bear in mind that things can change rapidly here. There are always new platforms on the rise that can very quickly take over from old ones. Now, when you're posting on social media, any platform, the sole aim of your content has to be to connect with people. If you post content that people can relate to, then they will interact with it. They'll comment, they'll like it, and then they will eventually follow you. And with so much new music being made and released every day, and that number only set to rise, it has never been more important to form human connections. And the artists that do that really well are the ones that are going to grow huge, solid fan bases that allow them to support a career as an independent musician. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about in this video is giving insights into your songs. And this circles back to social media content because telling the story of your music makes really great, engaging content for your fans and followers, and for other artists as well. Things you could include here are: why did you write the song? What was your inspiration? What were the lyrics about? What was the process? Did you come up with the lyrics first, or did you come up with a melody first? How did the song come together? What was the most fun part? What was the most stressful part? Was there anything that you found really difficult and you had to come up with a solution to? Any fans and followers who love your music are going to find this super interesting and engaging, but also it can be really educational for other artists and other bands, maybe that are up and coming, to get an insight into your process. The third thing we're going to talk about is having some sort of plan for PR. Getting your music featured on blogs, magazines, in big playlists, or even played on the radio can not only get you in front of new and huge audiences, but also give you a lot of social proof that you can use to your advantage. If a reputable publication or mainstream radio picks up your song and plays it, this is a huge flex. And it also makes really great social media content too. By reposting and talking about all of the success that your music and singles have had, it gets to a point where people just can't ignore you anymore. They're gonna have to take a listen, and eventually they will follow you and become fans. And also, all of this can really help when it comes to booking bigger and better shows with bigger promoters in front of better audiences, which also leads me on to my fourth point, which is having an impressive live performance. It goes without saying that gigging and playing live is not only incredibly fun, and probably one of the main reasons that people get into writing music in the first place, but it's also an invaluable way to connect with fans in a way that's impossible to do online. The key here though is that you have to give the audience an experience that they'll remember. Obviously, it goes without saying that you have to be good, so make sure that you are well rehearsed, tight, And use backing tracks if it helps augment your sound. This is very commonplace nowadays. But also, don't forget to focus on your stage presence and also your interactions with the audience in between your songs, because this is what is going to help you stand out from all of the other bands and artists that are really good as well. Now at this point you might be thinking this all sounds great, but struggling to know where to start, particularly when it comes to social media content that's going to form those deep connections with fans and followers in your particular niche. Well, this is where I can help. I've created a fully mapped out 4-week release plan that you can follow to the letter. It goes through what kind of content you need to create in advance, as well as when to post it, and crucially, how to maximize the chances of your single getting traction when you actually release it. There's also the option for you to customize it to your own needs as well, if you want to add your own twist to it. And best of all, it's completely free. So if you're interested in checking this out, click the link in the description below. I'll send you the release strategy, and there's also a full video walkthrough to explain all of the different parts of it as well. So go ahead, click that link, and I'll send it straight to you.